Hello everyone and welcome to The Corner Flag, where we'll be following, analyzing and celebrating our African stars. And in today's episode, we'll be looking at the top 5 best South African players to ever play their trade abroad. And if it's your first time on this channel, please do click the subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. So at number 5 we have Mbulelo OJ Mobizel. So OJ was actually a centre back who could also play as a defensive midfielder, and he started off his career at Maritzburg United before moving to Orlando Pirates, and his good performances there saw him getting snapped up by EPL legends Tottenham Hotspur. So that was the highlight of his career, but unfortunately didn't play in the EPL too long. I mean, he was a great player, don't get me wrong. He even scored on his debut a beautiful long-range goal, but some off-field issues as well as substance abuse and disciplinary issues as well kind of, derailed his career. But if you're talking about South African defenders, I don't think we've actually ever produced a defender quite at his caliber. I mean, he made captain of Bafana Bafana at the age of 22. So that should just tell you how great he was. So it's really a shame with the off-field antics, but he was definitely one of those promising players back in his day. Next on our list is legendary Bafana Bafana midfielder Quinton Fortune. So Quinton Fortune had an illustrious career, all of which happened abroad. So he started off his career playing as a defensive midfielder as well as a defender, and he has played there by Tottenham, Mallorca in Spain, Atletico Madrid, and he settled in Manchester in about 1999, if I'm not mistaken. He also had about 46 caps for South Africa, so he had a really illustrious career, never really turning out ever in the local leagues, but definitely a true legend as well. And the next player on our list is, of course, legendary Bafana Bafana skipper Lucas Radebe. So Lucas only played for 2 clubs during his playing career, starting off here in Kaizer Chiefs, here in South Africa, as well as Leeds United over in the UK. But even though he played for these 2 clubs, make no mistake, he definitely had an illustrious and fantastic career. He even had offers from clubs such as AC Milan, Manchester United, among other big European clubs, all of which he turned down. So he was well sought after, very, very quality player as well, even leading Bafana Bafana to the 2002 World Cup, right, where he made captain. He was also captain of Leeds as well, so he earned cult hero status there, especially after big performances where he even filled out the position of goalkeeper during like very, very simultaneous times at Leeds. So he definitely deserves to be on this list as well. The next player on our list is legendary Bafana winger. I guess everyone is a legend on this list, but this person deserves no other title, and that's of course Steven Pienaar. So Steven Pienaar started off his career at Ajax Cape Town, where he made 24 appearances, and that earned the interest, of course, of the parent club Ajax Amsterdam. He went over there and he was one of the great players there alongside people like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He played with such legends, guys. Let's not play with this man. So he went over there, made an impression of himself, and the German giants Borussia Dortmund came calling. And that's where he went on to make 25 appearances as well, making a good case for himself that saw the eyes of Everton, who loaned him out initially just to test him out, see if they liked him, and he really clicked with the team, fit on like a glove, and they decided to make the loan permanent, of course. And his exploits in the Premier League for Everton saw Tottenham knocking on the door. He went over there, played for a while, and it was a bittersweet experience. So he went back, of course, to Everton on loan, and then of course made the permanent once again because Everton is home, right? And towards the latter end of his career, he went over to Sunderland, where he helped them for a while before he's finding his way back to Bidvest Wits, where he ended off his career over here in South Africa. And making the top of our list, of course, is legendary Bafana Bafana striker who still holds the record for the most amount of goals scored for his national team, and that, of course, is Benni McCarthy. And Benni, of course, started off his career at Cape Town Spurs, and he went over from Cape Town Spurs to Ajax Amsterdam, where he was a legend and a hit over there, and that saw the Spanish giant Celta Vigo making a move for him. He went there, didn't really have a good relationship with the coach all that much, which saw him get limited, like very, very limited game time. But of course, FC Porto, under the guidance of Mourinho, saw his potential, pulled him over, and that's where he went over to win the Champions League and arguably reached the highest points of his career. He's the only South African player ever to win a Champions League. So this is why he's actually at the top of this list, because we're still waiting for another South African player to achieve the same feat. But of course, he went over there and he started over, went from FC Porto to Blackburn Rovers in the Premier League, where he was also ahead in the Premier League as well. Ended off in his first season or second season, he ended off as like the third joint highest top scorer, and he ended off his career at West Ham before coming over to Orlando Pirates here at home. That concludes today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you're new to our community, please do drop your like and subscribe button, and just tell me if you thought anybody else should be on this list that I didn't mention. I'd definitely love to hear those. Until next time, I'm your Scout. You'll find me here celebrating again in the corner flag.